Hey, what's up? It's your boy Burf, and it's 5 Thrift Store Friday! Yes, it's 5 Thrift Store Friday, the happiest day of the week. And man, do I have an action-packed adventure for you guys today. We're going to be hitting up at least 5 different thrift stores throughout the DFW Metroplex in search of vintage toys. So if you're new to the channel, that's what I like to do for fun. I like to hunt for vintage toys in thrift stores. It sends the jazz running through my veins. I'm also gonna meet up with one of my subscribers. His name is Fonzi, and we're gonna do a little trade. So you get to see what that trade's all about in this episode as well. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. If you are, hit that like button, and then let's roll out.
My name is Burf and this is my turf. I'm straight out of the thrift store.
All right, well, we're starting off here in the VHS section, and check out these VHS of Dora. That's the first time I've ever seen Dora the Explorer VHS. So I think I'm gonna grab all 3 of those. I was kind of going through all these different tapes, these cassettes, and I'm gonna get this one. This hits from 1962. It's only 49 cents. And also the Steve Miller Band, greatest hits from 74 to 78. Really? Stephen King's It on VHS? Wow, that's the original one. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna grab this too. 101 Superstars, the most spectacular collection of film highlights in sports history. We got the story of the Golden Goose. All right, now it's time to see if we can find any goodies on the shelf. There's an Ewok. Oh, look at that little Hello Kitty teacup thing. That's kind of cute. What's this Grogu thing? Oh, it's like a shoulder strap, so I guess he probably sits on your shoulder, huh? Got a Gotham City jailhouse there. What else do we got? I'm not really seeing anything. I guess we'll check those bags over there and see if we can find some stuff in the bags. Look at these bowling pins. Actually kind of heavy. Got some Sonic, some Snoopy, some Stitch. Oh, here's some more Sonic stuff. Got this dude. We got Sonic. Those actually look like they're intact. Oh, looky. It's Woke Buzz. Got some police handcuffs here. I don't know what that is. Some sort of dinosaur or dragon, maybe? It's like a Transformer T-Rex. I think like a knockoff. Hey, it's Freddy. Freddy from Scooby-Doo. What else is in there? We got an Elmer Fudd thingy. Maybe some sort of Imaginext Batman, Snoopy. These guys are like Hitachi. I guess maybe they're supposed to be like little robots, maybe? Oh, there's a bag of some vintage Indians and Cowboys. All right, I'll probably get this. I mean, it's just nostalgic for me, especially these bigger ones. Oh, there's a Ray. I'm assuming. Nah. Yeah, for a second I thought that was a Black Series figure, but it's not. Actually, it feels like she's made out of really cheap plastic. That, I don't think that is, but that kind of reminds me of the Terry, the pterodactyl from Pee-wee's Playhouse. It also reminds me of that, what was it, like Dinosaur Train or something like that? Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's Dawn Pterodon from Dinosaur Train. This thing sells for like 25 bucks, like $20 to $25. If I remember, I think I've got other Dinosaur Train figures stored away somewhere. I think I'm gonna get this for $3.99. If anything, I can resell it if I already have it. Or I could sell the whole lot if I can find them and probably get a decent chunk of change for them. Oh, I forgot that I had these guys. Oh, you know what? Let's just look in this bag that had the dragon dinosaur thing in it. It also has a Voltron figure in it. Oh, check it out. It's the Toy Story Slinky Dog. I just looked him up. He sells for like 15 bucks roughly. They want $4 for him. I'm gonna pass on him, but he's kind of neat. I don't see him too much. I see a lot of Buzz and a lot of Woody and Jesse, even the horse. What's his name? Bullseye. But I don't see a lot of Slinky Dog. All right, gang. So we picked up a decent sized VHS haul from Big Texas Thrift. We also got some dinosaur train that I can flip on eBay to make a little extra kiggity cash. And I got some vintage cowboys and Indians. Let's take a look. All right, so this is what I ended up pulling out of Texas Thrift. There were a bunch of smaller cowboys and Indians, but I ended up just pulling these ones out of the bag for the show and tell, the larger ones. There were probably a couple of dozen or more smaller ones. I also got this Stephen King It on VHS. I grabbed the Dora the Explorer VHS tapes. Those are kind of nostalgic for me in a way because Caroline loved Dora when she was growing up. Her and I and Nicole used to watch Dora all the time. So any of you guys and girls out there that are, you know, roughly my age, that have like 16, 17, 18-year-old kids now, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's like you probably watched Dora the Explorer a lot yourself. So, and then I got this Dino Train pterodactyl. I think his name's Don Pterodon or something like that. So he actually talks. Let me show you. Okay, so here he is, and he actually does work.
Hi, I'm Tiny.
Hi, I'm Tiny, I think maybe is what he says.
Hi, I'm Tiny.
I guess that's what he says. I don't know. Is his name Tiny, maybe? I don't know. I thought it was Don Pterodon or something like that. But I never watched Dino Train, but these things are actually worth a little bit of money. So anytime you find them in a thrift store, just know that they can command some dollars. You know what I mean? So like, especially if you've got a lot of them. So if you were to have 3 or 4 of these guys, you could probably sell them for $60 to $80. So I thought he was a pretty cool little figure. I've got like 3 or 4 other ones somewhere here. So I don't know if I'm going to keep him because, you know, he is worth some money, and I have a feeling maybe over time they could go up in price. So maybe I just hold on to them for a little while, or maybe I find the other ones and lot them up and try to make a little extra kiggity cash.
Hi, I'm Tiny.
All right, so it's not like epic stuff by any means, but it's definitely stuff that I like. And when I pick up stuff that I like, it makes me happy. It makes me feel good. So, and I like that. All right, time to hit up the Goodie Wheel. So let's head that way and see what kind of goodies they got. All right, my friends, we are here. We're at the Goodie Wheel, baby. What you got for me today, Goodie Wheel? What you got for me today? Hopefully you got some vintage goodies on the shelves, because I'm in the mood for some vintage jazz. All right, let's see. What can we find? Are there any goodies waiting for us today? Look at this guy. Got a police car. Bunch of little junky toys. This guy here's kind of cool. Not something I'm gonna get, but he's kind of neat looking. Oh, check that out. Like his arm like shoots off or something. All right, check this out. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. You kind of move that up and his hand, well, it's supposed to shoot out. Like it's supposed to shoot out better than that. Let's see if we can do it again. All right, let's see if we drop it down, if it does it. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know. I might get him. I think he's kind of neat. He's $3.99. Like I saw, like he's selling for like $25, $30. It's got that Shogun Godzilla action that, you know, has kind of got me intrigued. All right, I think I'm gonna get him. Oh, look who we got hiding back here. Godzilla. $1.99 for him. Dang, look at the size of this truck, man. That's a big boy. Oh, we've got some Funkos over here. There's a Deadpool figure, the Hulk and Bruce Banner. And what's this? Iron Man, I guess. Well, check that out. That looks like a vintage Sports Illustrated poster of Dan Marino. All right, so I ended up picking up this Godzilla figure, and I got this Tonka truck thing, which the Tonka thing is not something I would normally pick up, but I don't know, he was just so unique looking, and he's from 2000, so the thing's like almost a quarter of a century old already. Funny thing about this Godzilla is that my buddy Chance just messaged me this morning a picture of a Godzilla figure that was almost identical to this one, almost the same one. They're a little bit different, and he wanted to know if I wanted it, said I could have it for free, and I was like, nah, man, I've had that one before, and I've sold him like multiple times. Like, thank you for thinking of me, but like, I'm gonna pass on it. And then here I am, like a few hours later, picking up almost the same Godzilla at the Goodie Wheel. So let's do a little show and tell. Like I said, I ended up picking up this Godzilla figure. He was just $1.99. I wasn't going to get him, but then I started thinking, you know, maybe somebody might want to trade down the road. And like, it's a $15, $20 figure. That's what I see him selling for on eBay. So who knows, maybe I'll be able to just hold on to him for a little while and maybe work a trade with one of my Goodie Wheel gang members, or maybe one of you out there in YouTube land would want to do a trade as well. So I picked this up, but then I also picked this up. His name is Grady Rhodes, and he is the Tonka My Talkin' Truck Bot. So this dude is actually super cool. He does take batteries. I opened up his battery compartment, and it takes 3 of those little cell batteries. Now, I popped the batteries out because he obviously wasn't working, and there is a little corrosion going on inside the battery compartment. So I'm gonna end up having to do a little cleaning on that, and then I'm gonna need to go buy some batteries and see if I can actually get him working. I showed you in the store that his fist actually pops off, and it reminded me of the Shogun Godzilla mechanism. So I think this dude is pretty cool, and at first I was like kind of debating on whether or not I was actually going to buy him, because it's not something I normally collect, but I don't know. I've never come across him before, and I really like the way he looks. So I'm gonna clean him up a little bit. He is a little dirty. You can see his mouth has got a little dust built up on it. So I am gonna clean him up, and I'm gonna put him on display. All right, gang, up next, we're gonna venture out a little bit further than we normally do. We're gonna head on over to Arlington, Texas. There's a Texas Thrift over there, so I haven't been there in a little while. It's been about a month, so I'd like to see if they got any goodies on their shelf. Well, check this out. We got some Star Wars. Is that like episode 1 stuff? What's this over here? Got some more Star Wars. Oh, those are kind of cool. What is that? Is that some sort of yeah, it's some sort of Star Wars vehicle as well. I'll check out this Polly Pocket playset here. What is this, like Polly's Cafe or something like that? Or salon, or what is that? I don't know. Like it's like I guess it's like a clothing shop. It's like some jewelry, some towels. I don't know. I have no idea. It's something Polly Pocket, some sort of place. What is this thing? I have no idea. Oh man, If only pigs could fly. Dang, this thing's like selling for like 25 bucks. Now there's only been a handful of them sold, but they've all sold over $20. The biggest one was like 24. The most expensive was $24.99. Is that Gospel Bill? Oh, okay, never. I thought that was Nicodemus, fully posable historic figure. I thought that was Nicodemus from the Gospel Bill show. It's Charlie Goodnight. Odyssey Toys. You know, if those Star Wars vehicles had been original trilogy vehicles, like, you know, vintage vehicles, like the ones that I grew up with back in the 80s, I would have definitely picked them up, but I am just not into new Star Wars stuff at all. So I just left them on the shelf, and I'm sure some other Star Wars fan's gonna walk in there and be very, very happy today. All right, gang, let's head on over to Plaza Thrift, AKA Craptastic Sam's, and see if we can score over there. All right, well, let's see, what do we got? Nothing there. There's something Mickey D's there. I don't know what that goes to. And what do we got here? Looks like we got some Pez dispenser stuff and some little coffins. Those are kind of cool. $4.99 for the bag. That's a Bart Simpson Pez. What do we got here? Some action figures. Yeah, I don't really see much in there either. Oh, cool, check this out. So we got Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Got the snowman. I think that was played by Burl Ives, or he was the voiceover for it. And then we got Frosty, and then we got this dude. I think he's missing his hat and his banjo, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick him up anyway. So the only thing I got out of Craptastic Sam's was this Burl Ives snowman from like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or Santa Claus is Coming to Town, one of those Ruby Spears productions. So I got him, I got the Christmas ornaments, and I got those Russell Stover coffins, those Looney Tune coffins. So let's take a look at them. All right, first up, this is the haul of the Russell Stover coffins. Now this one over here on the far left, the one that says RIP, I actually had that one already. I picked it up at Thrift City about 3 years ago, so I've had that one in my collection for a while. But this Daffy Duckenstein and Bugs Mummy, they are so epic, man. Just like super stoked to have those. And then there were some Pez dispensers in that bag as well. I actually have most of these different Pez dispensers, so I don't know, I might lot them up and try and sell them on eBay. I got this Chicky Nuggy from Mickey D's here, and he's actually Ronald McD in disguise. He's a disguise as Ronald McDonald. So really cool, fun Chicken McNugget figure. I'm pretty sure that's a vintage one. And then also got this witch's hat that I could put on this particular figure. And then there's this little costume over here. So got some fun Halloween costumes going on here as well. I also picked up, man, I gotta say, these ornaments look marvelous. They really do. They look just absolutely fantastic. And as I'm sitting here looking at them, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep them at least for this year. And I'm gonna put them on the tree. And then next year, I'll make a decision on whether or not I'm actually gonna sell them. And if I do, I'll actually probably list them in November. I think it's just kind of getting down to the wire a little bit right now. And unfortunately, if somebody did end up buying them, it's kind of, we're at one of those points that I don't know if I could guarantee delivery before Christmas. And even if I could get them there a week before Christmas, it doesn't give them a whole lot of time, the person who buys them, to show them a little love this Christmas season by hanging them on their tree. So anyway, these things are super cool and I will be hanging on to them for now. All right, gang, we got one more thrift store to hit up today. But before we do that, I'm going to go meet up with my subscriber and my new friend, Fonzi. Love that name, man. So we're going to be doing a trade. He was looking for 1980s Care Bears, and I happen to have some of them. And he had a Dungeons and Dragons type of figure. It's a figure from a line called The Other World. And he saw that I had one of these figures in one of my previous videos when I was showing the Fortress of Fangs that I had picked up at an estate sale, which if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here somewhere. You can check it out. So I got this thing for like 15 bucks. It was pretty awesome. So, and I got some other cool stuff. But anyway, I had this red figure in there and he was like, oh dude, I've got that same figure, but I've got the green one and I've got the weapons for it. And he said he was looking for Care Bears. So we're going to do a little trade. Hey man, good to see you, man. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got to do it, man. Hey, do people do that to you all the time?
Yes. I actually got a book the other day.
Yeah.
And it's like the life of Fonzi.
Yeah.
And I thought about cutting his picture out of there and put him on in there.
Dude, that'd be epic. You should do that. You should do that.
I want to. But I gotta find the perfect picture, you know.
Right.
So this is him.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, here's your Care Bears too, man.
He's got all that.
Did you find these recently? Is that what sparked the interest in wanting to collect these?
My daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Okay, yeah.
Daughters.
Daughter. How many daughters you got?
3.
Oh, wow.
3. Yes. So that little thing's broken right there.
Oh yeah, no problem, man.
But it looks like it snapped right off of there.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that's cool, dude. That's you had that red one. I'm surprised that you had that. So
I found it at a honey hole.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I gotta grab that. Sweet, these are gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if I haven't tried to clean this off, these little marks, but like, you know.
I'm not, they're gonna fit in perfectly.
Yeah,
because I got that top shelf and I want to fill it up, just that shelf with
I want to come over and film your thing. You had mentioned once before about maybe I could come over and film or something.
I don't get like a whole lot, but it's pretty. I got I got 4 cases.
Oh wow.
So I got one, it's a 6x6, it's all Transformers.
Oh wow.
And then I got it's like a 3x6 and that has a little bit of everything.
Your Transformers, you said you mainly collect G1s?
Yes.
Yeah, is that what?
Yeah, I thought I had some pictures, sorry.
Have you been to that new thrift store called Eco Thrift?
Freaking love it.
Really?
They open at 11 though.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up because my wife's asleep, so I was like, I'm gonna stop there.
Yeah. I had a friend of mine, Salvador. He lives over in Fort Worth area. He was like, you should check out this Eco Thrift. It's new. I
bought this out of Eco Thrift.
Oh, no kidding.
For $3.99.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. That's
that's
Fallout.
Yeah.
Power Fist. So that's my case.
Oh, that's your case. Oh, wow, dude. How long you been collecting?
About 4 years.
Okay, yeah, it's about as long as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of started during the pandemic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how.
Before, yes.
Yeah.
No, it has, my collection of Memeses has grown, but.
Oh wow. Oh, there we go. That's focused. Oh, dude, that's cool. Thanks for the trade, dude. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll be happy with these. My 2-year-old's gonna try to steal them from me, but they're in a case. He's gonna be like, dude, I want those.
Nice.
For me.
Right?
So these are awesome.
Man, I had about 8 minutes of video of me and Fonzi just shooting the shit, man. We just hit it off. Unfortunately, I had to cut a good bit of it out just for time's sake in this video, but I will be connecting with Fonzi again in the near future to do a collector's vault video of his collection. It looks pretty awesome from some of the pictures that he showed me. All right, gang, as I don't know if you heard in the video, but there is a new thrift town, or in my conversation with Fonzi, there is a new thrift store in town called Eco Thrift. And I've been hearing about this through the grapevine. Fonzi says he freaking loves it. So let's head on over there and see what they got, man. Like, it's always exciting when you hit up a new thrift store because you just never know. You just never know what you're gonna find. All right, well, let's see if we can find the toy section in here. All I think we're getting warm. Aha! Here we go. What's this? We got a Boba Fett mask. Got some baggies here. It's Lurch. Or what looks like Lurch. I think that might be from like the Transylvania movie, right? With Adam Sandler. What's this? We got a bag full of Green Army men. Let's check this out. $3.99 for the bag. What else do we got? Not really seeing a whole lot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but nothing I'm really interested in. I don't know, is this like the girls section maybe? Kind of looks like it is. Well, check that out. We got some Simpsons figures back there. All right, I might ask to see those. There's a Smurfette Funko. Okay. And are they both $30? Yeah, they're both 30. It looks like we got some Game Boy cartridges and a NES Ms. Pac-Man. So Eco Thrift looks really promising. They definitely had a lot of stuff on the shelves. Unfortunately, it was just stuff that I wasn't really interested in. They did have the Simpsons figures behind the counter. They had some video games in the glass case. Unfortunately, they were kind of pricey. You know, they were like eBay prices. So I don't want to pay eBay prices when I'm going to a thrift store. If those Simpson figures had been like $10 or less, I probably would have picked them up. But at $30, I'm just not going to do that. And I honestly couldn't remember if I had Ms. Pac-Man or not for my NES system. The Game Boy stuff, again, don't want to pay those prices at the thrift store for those types of things. So anyway, it does look promising. I will be back to that place, but we got busted for today. Hey, I hope you enjoyed watching today's video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, do me a huge favor, smash that like button. It does help me out. It helps my channel grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to watch more videos just like this, check out this next video.